The story behind Bybi is all about how we can create a new relationship to our environment and to each other through bees and honey production. Bees are fascinating and fantastic. There's not a country in the world and not a time in history where bees and people haven't had a special relationship. And we can use the way in which bees make honey, the way in which they collect nectar, the way in which they can bring people together to change the way in which we are together as a city and the way in which we can interact with our environment. And that's what we're trying to do in this project. Bybi is Europe's largest urban honey producer. We have over 250 colonies over the whole of the city. Every street, every park, every garden, every window box has its own unique taste and its own unique colour. And these are things that are influenced by the flowers that we plant and the way we look after the environment. So honey is really something that you make together. We have projects with social housing associations, with community organisations. We work with around 30 different businesses around the city. Our whole principle is that for every drop of honey, for every glass that people buy, then you have to plant a flower and contribute to making the next harvest. So our slogan is honey is something we make together, and we want to make every consumer into a co-producer of our product. When Lo-Fi contacted us to talk about making a concert, I thought it was a fantastic idea. For us, the idea that you can use different spaces in different ways at different times is something that fits perfectly with how bees and flowers interact. So the idea of inviting people into our factory where you can enjoy the smell, the tastes, the atmosphere, the unique surroundings that we have here, and at the same time enjoying music is a really good way of also changing the way we are together and changing our perception of the environment. It was really easy to be a host for the concert when we had a group. For us, there are times when it's very quiet in the factory and there's lots of space, and it just makes sense to use it for something where we can invite our community, our friends, the people of Copenhagen into the factory. So we just moved a few things out of the way. It was very laid back, very easy. We just used the surroundings as they were, and we had a really nice time. Bees definitely perceive music and understand music. They are creatures that communicate through vibration and sound and taste and dance. So the idea of a group of people in here listening and having a response to music fits very well with the ways in which bees live. People quite often ask what would happen if all the bees disappeared, but that's the least of the problems. Right now we're confronting a massive environmental crisis. It's not just the bees, it's the coral reefs, the rainforests, the oceans. All of these ecosystems, all of the richness of our planet are threatened by human behaviour. So the absolute #1 challenge of our generation is to find a way in which we can enrich and enjoy and explore the benefits and the pleasures of our environment without destroying it, but actually by making it better, richer and more diverse.